Okay, welcome back to the bench. This is the final on the Zenith 5-inch portable TV. Interesting, I just want to say something really, that is a 5-inch black and white TV, AM and FM radio, and it has a clock in it. Now, it'll run on AC power with the wall wart. It'll also run on an adapter, a cigarette plug for the car, or it'll also run on batteries. I guess at one time, this wasn't mine, but at one time there was a rechargeable battery pack that went into it. Now, with all those means of power in this radio, I thought the electric clock that was in there was broken. Okay, there's a little clock down the bottom left-hand side. I don't know if you saw it, but it's not working. So I'm not going to dig into it and try to repair a clock. Did I read the instructions? No. It turns out the clock doesn't work unless you insert a AA battery. I have no understanding why they could not pull 1.5 volts off of someplace in that radio to run the clock every time, just to run the clock. I mean, it just doesn't make sense that you got to put a 1.5 volt battery in for the clock. That being said, I put the battery in, it worked. I pulled the battery out because otherwise I'll forget that it's in there because it's behind that back panel that screws on. But yeah, it takes a 1.5 volt battery, so I don't know if anybody noticed or not that the clock wasn't working, but that's the reason. Finally read the directions and realized that was the problem. Okay, back on the Zenith TV. After going crazy with this thing, originally the instructions said to remove these 2 screws, move this out, and pull. Well, I've been pulling here like a maniac, and I could not get this thing. It seemed like it was stuck up here along the top. I tried slipping cards down in there like a spudgeon. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This thing side panel would not come off. Said move and pull. Okay, well, it's loose now. They didn't tell me anything about taking these 2 screws out. Okay, nothing in the instructions about removing these 2 screws. I was assuming, and you know what assuming does, I was assuming that this circuit board in here came out with the side panel, but it doesn't. I removed these 2 screws, and the panel comes right off. Amazing. Amazing. So I'm in. Just let me put stuff down here. I got a long way to go to get to the controls that are over here, but I'm in. So what am I going to do from here? Should I check the capacitors? I don't know. You guys saw in the first video that this thing started up pretty good, so I don't know about messing with anything that's working other than cleaning the controls. Unfortunately, controls are on the other side, and as you can see, you can't get to them from here. So I'm going to have to start taking this thing apart according to the instructions that I found online, which aren't a lot of help. First thing's got to go is this board's got to come off. All right. Okay, so here we are. We're inside. Now it looks like I might be able to get to the volume control and the mode switch without going any deeper. I really don't want to start disconnecting circuit boards, and I want to be able to get this thing back in place. I will take a look. Everything was working. I'll take a look. If I see any caps that look bad, I will go in and change them. But quick looking here, I don't see anything that looks bad. I just wanted to give you a look inside. CRT, the speakers up on top, a good place to collect dust. I would have put it in a different location, probably out the other side, because I don't believe there's much on the other side. Yeah, there's a AM radio antenna is over there, and the FM antenna goes that way as well. So I don't know. All right, so that's a look inside. This looks like over here. This looks like the tuners, I think. Not quite sure, guys. Not quite sure. All right, I'm going to put you guys down. I'm going to get in and clean those switches the best I can. And put it back together, see if it makes a difference. All righty. I'm in like Flint. Tiny little picture tube. I'm looking at the cup in the back. It's not discolored. This thing probably has 0 hours on it, so we're looking pretty good here. All right. Okay, folks. I still have it open, obviously. I split a fingernail as well. It's definitely looks really good. It's blanking because of the frame rate, I guess, but that looks good. This pattern generator isn't the best. Anyway, let me pause it here, get this back up. Okay, so the pulses that you're seeing on there is actually the washing machine and the dryer are running very close by here. Every time it hits a certain cycle, it does a pulse. So, interesting. All right. I get this thing back together. I'm going to spend a little time cleaning the controls on this because some of the problems I'm having are dirty controls on this B&K pattern generator. So, all right. Okay, so I tried my typical cleaning products, Windex, just to start to get it clean. Simple Green, didn't even touch this stuff. You can see down here how clean this is. I wound up going to Simichrome polish. It's the only thing I could get to take it off, at least that I have here. So I'm going to continue to work with this and get all of this dark, crappy nicotine garbage off of there. All righty? Just want to let you know what I'm doing. The rest of it will probably clean up a lot easier, but this is on here really, really heavy. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean here. I'll take a little bit of Simichrome polish, just put it on here like this. Again, other stuff didn't take it off. Simple Green usually does a pretty good job of cleaning stuff. Didn't even touch it. But you can see how this is coming off. I mean, it's on there heavy. I don't know if this was actually nicotine. I don't smell nicotine. That's the problem. So I don't really know what that is. I'm wondering if this thing was in a kitchen area and it was grease or something. But again, you can see, I know it's plastic. Simichrome is made for metal. But I said, what the hell? What do I have to lose? I can't get this stuff clean. And still in focus here. Still in camera view. Yeah, I'll move you over a little bit. You don't need a lot. Again, I usually use that to polish chrome and stuff, but or metal. But you can see how easy that came off with the Simichrome. So that's where I'm at, guys. That's what I'm going to be working on. You can see how dirty that was. That's why I said I think maybe this was grease, not nicotine. But that's where I'm at. Okay, so here we are. This is my ham shack over here a little bit. I got my ham stuff. I had to bring it over here. I was going to hook up my VCR and play a VHS tape for video to make sure the video with everything was working fine. But as it turns out, my VCR isn't working. I mean, you know, it was back in the 90s, so hasn't been used in years, and the drive belts are loose. Whatever drives it in there, it's slipping. So I'm going to need to eventually sometime pull that open and figure out what's wrong with that. So what I did was I came over and I hooked it up to my scanner antenna. Comes into my converter box and then into the TV. So I just want to let you see that AM is working. FM is working. I'm not going to tune through the bands. I don't need to do that. And the TV is working. I don't know how well this is coming out, but it's got a nice bright picture. And a little bit of blanking going on. Yeah. You got contrast on the back. You also have brightness. It does have a pretty good picture on it. Can't complain. But again, this isn't a TV I'm going to be using. Besides watching pictures in black and white, not something I want to do. But yeah, that's a disc cone antenna up on my roof. It's about 30 feet up in the air total. Another 10 feet over the roof line. And I'm going to keep changing channels so I don't get hammered. But that's it. It's on a disc cone scanner antenna. Of course, if you were up on my roof, you'd have direct line of sight into New York City. So a lot of radio, a lot of TV stations in the area. Let's see if I can. Where is it here? A lot of channels. I think
Very good story, ma'am. But when you get in a courtroom, you're going to need a little.
Yeah.
Right now, he's in the basement getting busy with some fresh new jig.
All right. So that's it. I just want to give you a final, show you that this baby is working, and it's brighter on brighter on the monitor than on the camera than it is actually in person. There, that's better for me. All right, so that's it. Thanks for joining in, and looking forward to your comments. Take care. Click like. You know the drill. Thank you.